You probably wouldn't say it out loud. Not at the gym, not at work, not even with your closest friend. But the question has been sitting quietly in the back of your mind for years, maybe even decades. Am I normal? I'm Dr. Raina Malik, MD, and today we're going to talk about one of the most common yet least discussed topics in men's health: penis size. We'll separate myth from science, fantasy from biology, and insecurity from truth, because millions of men carry silent doubts that were never theirs to begin with. Penis size isn't just curiosity. For many men, it becomes a quiet source of anxiety. It undermines confidence, affects intimacy, and slowly erodes self-worth. But here's what the science says. According to a global study of over 15,000 men, published in the British Journal of Urology International, more than 90% of men fall within a completely normal range. So why do so many still feel inadequate? It begins early. At 13 or 14, you stumble across your first adult film, not realizing what you're seeing is performance, not biology. The man on screen wasn't chosen at random. He was cast for size, camera angles, and shock value, digitally enhanced, lit, and edited for maximum impact. That image becomes your reference point, and it sticks. Add locker room talk, bragging, and peer comparisons, and suddenly an average body starts to feel like it's not enough. Research shows that up to 60% of men feel some level of dissatisfaction with their size, even though over 95% are medically normal. And when women are surveyed, only 5 to 10% say size is very important in a partner. So where does the obsession come from? Because no one ever told you the truth. Not in school, not in health class, and certainly not online. Instead, you were handed myths, comparisons, and silence. Let's change that right now. What is the actual average size? And just as important, how do you measure it correctly? Here's the reality. Most men measure themselves wrong. It's like using a broken scale. No matter how often you check, you'll never get the truth. Some press the ruler too far forward. Some start at the skin instead of the pubic bone. Some measure from underneath or compare themselves when cold, anxious, or not fully aroused. In medical research, we use a method called the flaccid stretch length, and it's remarkably accurate. Here's how. Stand upright. Use a ruler or soft tape. Place it on top of the penis, starting at the pubic bone, pressing gently into the fat pad. While flaccid, stretch the penis forward to its full natural length, firmly but not forcefully. Measure from base to tip. That's your flaccid stretch length, and it closely reflects your true erect size. For girth, wrap a soft tape or string around the thickest part of the shaft. Mark where it overlaps. Then measure that length. Now here's the truth from real data. A landmark 2015 study analyzing nearly 15,000 men found the average erect length to be 13.2 centimeters, just over 5 inches. Average erect girth, 7 centimeters, or about 4.5 inches around. That's the global average. Not 8, not 10, not what you saw on screen. Just over 5 inches long. And 90 to 95% of men fall between 10 and 16 centimeters, or 4 to 6.3 inches. If you're anywhere in that range, you are not below average. You are not lacking. You are, by every medical standard, completely normal. At the extremes, there are medical definitions. A micropenis is anything under 7.5 cm, about 3 inches, when erect or stretched. A macropenis is anything over 24 cm, 9.5 inches, are extremely rare genetic outliers, not measures of masculinity or worth. Most men fall solidly in the middle. but they think they don't, because perception isn't reality when you're comparing yourself to illusions. So, if you've ever doubted yourself, remember this: you are not the numbers you imagine. You are not defined by what you saw on a screen. You are a complete, capable man whose confidence and masculinity have nothing to do with centimeters or inches. Strong outro. Ageless Wisdom, living fit beyond 60. At Ageless Wisdom Living, fit beyond 60, we believe real strength isn't measured in size. It's measured in confidence, awareness, and truth. You deserve to understand your body without shame or comparison. Because the moment you stop judging yourself, you start healing yourself. So take a breath, let go of the noise, and remember, you're already enough. If this message helped you, subscribe to Ageless Wisdom Living, where we speak honestly about men's health, vitality, and confidence. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're just beginning. Stay strong. Stay informed. And as always, take good care of yourself. Adult film actors aren't average men. They're selected for one exaggerated feature. And even then, the illusion is engineered, not natural. Camera angles, stage lighting, silicone prosthetics, and in some cases, digital enlargement, all designed to create a visual fantasy. A 2016 investigation by Men's Health magazine revealed that some adult scenes are edited post-production to digitally extend size. It's not just exaggerated, it's manufactured. But your brain doesn't see the edits. It only sees bigger. And somewhere deep down, you start believing that you are smaller. Even worse, most men compare themselves, flaccid in a mirror, in a cold room, or under stress. The penis is incredibly reactive to temperature, anxiety, and blood flow. A few degrees of chill or a moment of tension can make it shrink by half. Compare that to someone fully aroused under professional lighting, camera enhancement, and editing, and the comparison becomes absurd. But that absurdity turns into insecurity. Insecurity becomes anxiety, and anxiety slowly invades relationships, confidence, and self-esteem. Yet none of it is biology. None of it is science. It's distortion. A UCLA Department of Urology study found that most men seeking enhancement already had normal size, and 40% remained dissatisfied even after surgery. Why? Because the issue was never physical. It was psychological, and those surgeries, they come with real risks. Scarring, loss of sensation, or permanent damage beyond a certain point, roughly between 6 and 7 inches. More size does not mean more satisfaction. In fact, it can lead to discomfort for your partner. So, what actually works? Let's talk about the real tools that make a difference. How you look, feel, and perform. Tool number 1, reduce fat around the pubic area. When abdominal fat builds up, the penis appears shorter, not because it shrinks, but because it retreats into the fat pad. Studies show that losing just 2 inches off your waist can reveal up to 1.5 centimeters of visible length. Tool number 2, improve blood flow. Your penis isn't a muscle, it's a vascular organ. More blood equals more fullness. Eat nitrate-rich foods like beets, spinach, and arugula. Add L-citrulline or L-arginine under medical guidance. Stay hydrated. Quit smoking. And yes, do pelvic floor exercises. Kegels aren't just for women. They strengthen the muscles that control blood flow, rigidity, and endurance. Tool number 3. Check your hormones. Testosterone is your biological fuel. It drives libido, mood, circulation, and vitality. When it drops, nighttime erections fade, tissue becomes less responsive, and performance changes. Ask your doctor for a full hormone panel. Total testosterone, free testosterone, SHBG, and estradiol. If you're low, start naturally, sleep better, lift heavy, eat zinc-rich foods, cut alcohol, and if necessary, explore medically supervised therapy. Tool number 4. Stop comparing. Start connecting. You are not a number, not a measurement, not a ruler on a screen. What satisfies a partner isn't length. It's connection, confidence and presence. A man who listens, who leads with calm energy, who's in tune with his partner. That's unforgettable. Tool number 5. Seek real guidance. If you're thinking about enhancement, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this because something's broken or because I was never told the truth? If the answer is emotional, talk to a therapist, not a clinic. Body dysmorphia is real, and acting on it without healing the cause can lead to lifelong regret. The truth. You might already have what you've been chasing. Normality, and that's not a consolation prize. That's reality. The real takeaway, you are not sure. Measurement, you are your mindset. Power doesn't come from changing your body. It comes from understanding it, respecting it, and optimizing it. When you stop obsessing over size, you can finally focus on health. And when you focus on health, everything improves. Performance, confidence, relationships. So ask yourself, what's more powerful? Being above average on a ruler, or being in control of your body, your mind, and your life? You already know the answer. Intimate Health for Men at Intimate Health for Men. We speak the truth that most avoid about men's health, aging, vitality, and confidence, because you deserve to live with strength, not shame, knowledge, not comparison, and wisdom that grows with age, not fear. If this video helped you, subscribe for more truth and less noise. Leave a question in the comments. We answer them anonymously. And share this with someone who needs to hear it, because you were never too small. You were simply never told the truth. Stay strong, stay informed, and as always, take good care of yourself. This is Intimate Health for Men.